What's that, Bash? Today we're gonna play a game. Today we're gonna play a game. Just do not get scared. Just grab the controller and let's play a game. Clap, clap in the air. The Stanley Parable is there. What's up, guys? It's me, Bash, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable, Part 3. And yeah. And we got more things I had to do. Wait, what did he just say? I forgot what he just said.
Please enter the current time.
Current time? What does that mean? You know what? I'm just gonna go with 12.
After I big speech about how impressed I was that you weren't just inputting 12 o'clock, you go and do it anyway?
I think.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what you mean about that. Oh my gosh.
Or Sabi, is 12 o'clock actually your favorite time of day?
Probably not. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take forever.
Do you truly just love 12 o'clock?
Kind of. Oh my gosh. You don't forget about his questions. I'm gonna let the error. I can't take this anymore. This is painful. I can't take this anymore. I'm ignoring his questions. Forget about your sticky answers. What is this? This is new. This is new.
Or is it to dislike people whose favorite time is 12 o'clock?
Fair.
Unfair.
Fair. Again, ignoring his questions. This is painful to me. I can't let Google do all the job. I'm done with this. I gotta let the error do this. You could do the job with me. He's probably not. The Stanley Parable 2. The good old days. Finally, we could get back to the video game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Lowing. Let me turn this off. It's just too much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I'm missing Mama. Ooh, what is this? Okay. Bucket. Give me the bucket. Give me the bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Home? This is not my home. This is my job.
Tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left, to go back to the meeting room.
Wait, how many engines we just passed? Aha, I see.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope. Bye-bye. Jackson is chilling on my fort. Yay.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
The Adventure Line.
You see,
I
your
like your
friends and I
lucky
are
things.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Bucket.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Oh. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Okay, I have no idea what to say. We got a baby, we got Adventure Line. I like the Adventure Line because it's got some wacky things.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where they'll go up to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh, yes.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Wait, what now?
I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
But should
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Bye-bye, bucket. Oh. Wait,
now,
what?
Listen to me. It's crucial that you
put it in there.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
Okay, fine, you escape with me.
Buckets, it's all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
What's happening?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise...
Oh, this thing is angry. I gotta stop it. Stop the bucket. Stop. I can't stop it. Turn it off. Just turn it off. Oh my gosh, I can't say anything. I can't do it with the fans. I can't. Ah! Oh.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Was that it? Goodbye, new friend. I will never see you again. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, probably missed a memo.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
What the?
Stanley clutched tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Should I go left or right? Left. Oh. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Oh, we need to find them. We need to find the Stanleys. What the? Oh, it's the protector. Anyway. Okay, I like this room because it have the Stanleys. And I need to ask, what is that? Is this paint or blood? If you put blood in this game, that's pretty messed up, man. This is not horror. This is art. I just saw a face about that meme. It's like, you are needed. I just saw. Anyways, who's actually controlling this? Who's controlling you? Is that what it's telling me to do? What? Okay, okay, we got something. It's telling me where the Stanleys are. Start off with the downstairs. I'm very curious. What does it look like getting the broom closet in the bucket?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you?
What?
The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
Stay back. I'm going
to
grab this broom and smack the broom closet to get closer with my bucket.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet
I probably didn't say that
right now. But you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I've never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Wait, guys, can you see that? It looks like the cardboard is saying, subscribe to Bash? Wow!
Okay, I got you something which I think will...
Don't interrupt me. Yeah, you really should subscribe because this is red. Look at the red. Now turn it to gray. So hit that button. Love you.
Help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Oh,
There. Now
a
it's
sticker.
settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take our hype broom closet with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and
Give me
their
more.
relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That's what a kid would say. Give me more stickers.
Alright, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Ooh.
See? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Do you have more?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
The home buzzing is realizing me of the back rooms. Okay, I will leave. Shut
Coming to
up, thing.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hey! The giant lied.
Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes.
Yes.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
How do you... Okay, moving on.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
I was looking at my
He
phone.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
What?
This is all terribly
Not
wrong.
good.
Surely no good would come from this. Who
Go
knows
away,
what
bucket.
sorts of bizarre
I need to find my own bucket.
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed the rooms were empty, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious. He exclaimed, without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it calling to him.
What?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
The bucket!
Could he be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next.
What?
None of them
There's
were
a lot of
his.
buckets here.
None of them were his special
Go away, buckets! I need to find my own bucket!
Stanley, find me!
What the?
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to
My
truly
friend!
restore his sanity. And then
Okay!
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Okay, okay, never mind. There was like
This
a white
is
boy.
the story of a woman named Mariella.
There was a white boy and there's a bucket there, right there. I don't know that.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What? She backflipped? What? What? What was that narrator? Bruh. Oh, I'm moving it. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the good old bucket.
Yes, I still have the stickers.
Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Oh, okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Stanley,
lounge
we need
was
to go
simply
to
place to be.
the thing. We need to go to the employee lounge.
And here
Stanley?
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no. Never
Oh,
mind.
this sucks,
The bucket
Stanley.
was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Now we're
There's
talking.
something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
How are
It
you
should have
talking,
alarmed him, of course,
Mr.
because
Bucket?
buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not
I'm out
to
here.
think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop.
What?
Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign
What?
right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was
No.
okay to bring the bucket here? Unless,
What the?
what if the problem
How
is
am
that
I-
you actually don't know what
I'm not
is
going
a
to question
bucket
that.
and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain
Bucket.
a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire
No buckets.
consequences
Let
on
me
the
in.
entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should
Okay.
tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
There's a bucket on my arms.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What? Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
The music.
Incorrect. It is a
What?
3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Bruh. What is that? What? No! Oh, dang it!
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the
I
earth.
pressed the
I thought
wrong
this was a
button,
gimmick.
narrator.
How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely
I'm sorry.
incredible.
I'm gonna
Let's
get
just move on to the next one.
Okay.
Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Huh? This is bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Okay. Both. Okay.
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Maybe it's right behind us. I mean, right in front of me. This is a bucket. No, I'm just kidding. It's a picture of a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
I don't think so.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
No.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Wait.
Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Yeah, no.
This is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay. The end is never the end is never the end. Okay. Forget about the bucket. I'm going to find every single thing.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bye,
Perhaps
bucket.
he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, probably missed a memo.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Where's the balloons?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I didn't know those balloons were right there.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlers. What do you think, Stanley? What
No,
name
that's
better
an awful name.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Yeah, probably. Ah, I pressed the wrong button.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office. Oh. Hey.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlerines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one.
Oh, it's
and then
nighttime.
the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlerines. None of us can.
Okay. Wait, a mirror. I can't see myself.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered if Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake
6 out of 6. I got them all.
So many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
That can't be it. The end is never the end. There's supposed to be an ending. Whoa.
I'm sorry, but I have
What
to
the?
put pause
What?
on things. It's just...
But, stop, wait, what? My brain. What did I just saw? For a second, I sound like Markiplier.
Those figurines, those Figlers, I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know.
What is that? Is that boxes?
Telling a story, but won't you please
What's
indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. just one more time.
Okay. Oh. Down?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Okay. Wait, I'm flying? Am I flying? I'm floating! What the?
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest.
I thought?
Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh. What? What's that?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
The stairs.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, it didn't happen. I don't remember this. I feel like a girl. Ooh, the bathroom. Can I go pee-pee?
This was a Figley mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the boss's bathroom. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Let's watch it.
Enjoy.
Let's watch it. Whoa! Wow! Awesome! Whoa!
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Okay.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office.
No?
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
What was this? Whoa!
There was no more, because we
Whoa!
caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move
Wow.
on into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What? Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines?
That was better than the video.
Go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how
Yes,
that
yes,
feels.
yes. More Stanley.
Yes, the back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Ma.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Are you going back?
Yes, I love that video.
Me too. And the girl at Ursh.
Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one. This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh. Oh, I want it. Give me it. Gimme. The big one. No? Okay. The
Look,
jump
it's
scare
the
girl.
terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember
Still
hating
can't jump.
back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
What?
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Okay.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once.
One more?
And give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling this story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is it? I swear to God, if he did... I should probably didn't say that. I swear, if he's going to do this again... Is it really? Okay, yeah, that is it. Finally, bro. So yeah, thank you guys for watching that show. Hit that subscribe below. Bye, guys. Stories. It's all just a game. Clap your hands so we can see the Stanley Parable. The game. Da 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 da. Stanley's a Stanley, but hey, we're here to tell the story and the endings and Stanley. Da 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 da. That is the end. That is the end. That is the end for the game.